If you're looking for a nice tasty treat with a little more volume, this could be the answer for you. Here, when it comes to peanut butter and you put these two next to it, without a doubt in my mind, you gotta go with... And we're back at the taste test table yet again. Welcome back to the Anabolic Hub, where normally we're making some anabolic deliciousness, but today we are taste testing Anabutter. All the drama that's come out about the Anabutter being compared to peanut butter, people being disappointed in how it's marketing. Well, let's put all that aside. We're gonna see what it tastes like, because after all, as a consumer, isn't that all that you really care about? How does it taste? We know it's gonna be higher in calories. The Anabars are higher in calories. They're not diet bars. This isn't a diet butter. So, it may not be a peanut butter, but let's nonetheless go through the process of taste testing it. I am going to use the negative scale measuring system using my trusty gram scale right here, and then we're going to try each flavor on a rice cake, because to me that seems to be the lowest calorie way that you could possibly have this. So we'll do that. We'll see if it's worth it. We'll see if you can get half a serving, maybe a full serving on a rice cake without totally blowing up your day in terms of going over your calorie count. So with no further ado, let's give it a try. I think we'll go with the Anabutter white chocolate cinnamon swirl crunch first. So let's open this up. I haven't had these at all. This is my first time cracking these open. Haven't tasted it. Haven't watched any other reviews, if there even are any out there on this. So open up top. Don't need that plastic. It's all staticky. Let's open it up. Any more seals on here? What do you think? Oh yeah, of course. We got this little paper seal. There's not much on there. Huh. Look at that. And you're gonna wanna scrape that down, because I'm sure if this is delicious, that's gonna be delicious too. We're not gonna be a savage though. We're gonna put this off to the side. Try not to get the table dirty. Give it a quick smell test. Yep, smells like peanut butter and cinnamon. But we don't want to just spoon this out of a jar, because anybody who's had a bad relationship with a jar of peanut butter before is gonna know that that can get pretty hefty in the calorie count section. Right, Coach Greg? Anyway, negative scale measuring system. We're just gonna try a little bit, but I wanna make sure I don't go too far over my calories for the day. Here we go, we're gonna take a little scoop, very little scoop, but make sure we get some of the cereal. I don't wanna go too much here. That's 3 grams of our, what is this stuff? White chocolate cinnamon swirl crunch. Let's give it a taste test here by itself, seeing how it is. Yeah, it's good. Tastes like a gourmet spread. Go figure. Exactly as it was advertised. It's got kind of that cinnamon toast crunch type of flavoring. I would say very similar to the surprise, surprise cinnamon toast swirl crunch Anabar, which if you haven't seen my Anabar review, highly recommend you check it out. I've reviewed all the flavors up to this point, so you should definitely go see that one after you finish watching this video here. So I'd say right off the bat, our cinnamon swirl crunch, this is good, pretty good. I can see how this might work well on a rice cake, but we don't want to go there quite yet. I'm gonna throw the cap back on this, because before we start going into our rice cake taste test, we have to try this version as well, our white chocolate cookies and cream by itself. Take our trusty butter knife here again, slice it open, get rid of that. Try not to throw it in the cinnamon swirl paper top, I guess. Let's unscrew the top here. All right, and same. Not really sealed on there. Kind of is a little bit. Not as messy on this one. Didn't get as much of the butter. This one wasn't overfilled, so this one's pretty clean. And this one is definitely, oh, never mind. Thought I was gonna say it was liquidy, but it's just not evenly spread at the top. You want to see what I'm talking about there? It's kind of like dipped in a little bit. I don't even know if you can tell. You can kind of get an idea of the angle there. Some of it's kind of pouring out the side, but it's not liquidy. It's not dumping out or anything. Let's put it on the scale, because we know, I don't know if you heard, it's high in calories. But it is less calories than peanut butter. That is a fact. Okay, let's grab our spoon. Let's try to get 3 grams of this one just to give a fair test. We'll see if we can get a little bit of everything on this one too. Just like we did last time, let's kind of dig and try to get some of that white chocolate. Oh, exactly 3 grams worth again. So this is what 3 grams of it looks like. Again, we know it's not a lot. It's not marketed as a high volume food, but let's give it a try. Gourmet spread number 2, white chocolate cookies and cream. Let's give it a try. Oh, wow. That one's better. Not a surprise to many. Oh, that's a really good flavor. To Greg's point, you do want to be careful with this one. You could end up just, having yourself a scoop-a-thon and overeating on your calories if you don't have any restraint. But if you're dedicated and you're counting your calories, using something like MyFitnessPal, you can work it in. So you don't need to worry about it. Nonetheless, I digress. This one is absolutely delicious. The Cinnamon Toast Swirl Crunch, I guess it's just Cinnamon Swirl Crunch, is 5 calories more per serving than this. So if you're looking to stay lower cal, go with the white chocolate cookies and cream.
I'm convinced he did this on purpose. I do not believe that he actually thinks that this is somehow way better than peanut butter. Don't believe me?
Oh, the drama. Right when you think the drama's over, it just keeps going almost a year later. It's insane. Okay. All right, both are very good. No surprise there. Anybody who's bought it, I'm sure, would agree that they taste good. I don't think we doubted that they would taste good. Is it possible to enjoy it with a decent amount here by putting it onto the top of a rice cake? So let's try spreading half of a serving on a rice cake and we'll see how far it goes. Now I know in Rem's video, he put a ton on there and Greg got all bent out of shape because he said there was like 300 plus calories of Anabutter on it and it's deceiving and blah, blah, blah. So let's put it to the test and we will see how far half a serving goes. And if it doesn't look like much, we'll try a full serving and we'll break down how many calories and the macros and all that fun stuff. So let's go back here, take off the top again. Negative scale measuring system, it's already zeroed out. You know what, I'm gonna use my knife because we're gonna spread this one. So let's try, a serving size is 34 grams. So let's try 17 grams here to spread on. See, oh, you can hear the crunchiness as you dig through and there's lots of white chocolate in here. Okay. I thought this was gonna be over, but this is actually only 15. So we're gonna put this right on top here. Hard to spread with the chunkies on there, all right. We're a little over, let's put a little back. Exactly 17. So I'm gonna do my best to spread this. Now there's some crunchy cereal in there, so it doesn't spread quite like butter, but it's spreading nonetheless, and we'll try to disperse it as best we can across the rice cake, just to see. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty decent coverage, but you're not getting a ton of protein, obviously, for that. But if you're looking for just something tasty, a nice little tasty treat, this might work. We'll find out in a second. There you can see, that's how much, 17 grams, half a serving of this Anabutter goes onto a rice cake. You could double it up. Of course, your regular rice cake being 35 calories is quite minimal, so half a serving of this is a little more than 90 calories. So this here, you're looking at about, let's see if I can do some quick math, lots of pressure being on camera, but we'll just say 90 for the sake of argument, 35. 125 calories, is that right? I think that's right. 125 calories. There's obviously little to probably no protein in the rice cake, and half a serving, I believe there's 8 total for a full serving. So you're only getting 4 grams, but if you're looking for a nice tasty treat with a little more volume, this could be the answer for you. Here, let's try a bite with just half of a serving on here, because I think if anything, we're gonna wanna go full serving on this one, but I digress. Let's try this. First bite, best bite. Let's find out. Here we go. A little bit of flavor, but you still taste mostly rice cake. Maybe I got an edge. Let me try to go more towards the middle. Oh yeah, more towards the middle where there's more of the spread. It's tasty. Tastes like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch rice cake. Not bad, but it's not an overwhelming flavor when I'm half a serving on there. It's not overwhelming by any means. But still tasty. When it all comes together, it's a really nice flavor. The crunch with the cereal bits that are in there with the rice cake adds a very nice texture, I have to say. One more bite here. That's a tasty treat. I can see that being worth working into your calories for the day. Give yourself something nice, little sweetness, little crispiness, texturiness. deliciousness at the end of the day. I don't want any flavor bias. Give me a second here. I'm gonna go get something to wipe down the fork with. The knife with. Although, what the heck? We measured it out. We might as well eat it, right? Got ourselves a clean little rice cake bit. We got ourselves a clean knife. So let's try it on here. Let's go half a serving again. What the heck? We'll stay consistent so we can give a fair assessment. Half a serving, 17 grams. Let's mix it around a little bit here. Easier to grab. 17 grams that way. We'll make sure we get a little bit of everything. Okay, that was way too much. It's a little bit of work to measure out, but we'll get there. 16 only. That's okay. I'm happy to add more. 16 still at 16. There we go. 17. Okay, so this, I don't want to drop any so my hands under it. This is what 17 grams looks like. So if you went for a whole serving, it'd be twice this, but of course also twice the calories. So this is 90 calories right here. Exactly 90 calories according to the label. Well, we know labels lie sometimes, right? But probably not this case. Okay, let's spread it on there. This one spreads a little bit easier, but there's still obviously that cookie in there and the crunch in there, and see if we can get it around most of the rice cake. This one doesn't seem to go as far. I must have got more of the crunchiness on this one than the spreadable stuff. Really got to work to spread this around. It's not high volume. And that there is what half a serving, 17 grams, looks like on a rice cake. Not a ton, but it pretty much covers the whole rice cake, so we'll see if we can get some decent flavor out of this. And then we'll lick the knife after that. First bite, best, well, I guess this is the second flavor first bite, so is it the best one? I don't know, let's find out. Ooh, that's good. You don't get any real, oh, I won't say you don't get any. You get less peanut butter flavor with this one than you do with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, that's for sure. Let's try bite 2 here. Oh yeah, I'd go this one on a rice cake. More of a contrasting flavor on the rice cake. It brings it out so much more. And it's a nice little treat. Very good. If you like the white chocolate cookies and cream Anabars, you'll like this spread on a rice cake, no doubt. Now, for the calories, I'd probably indulge myself in an Anabar over this. But if you wanted something quick, it's a little bit lighter in calories with just a rice cake and half a serving. You're not getting as much, I should say, protein with it. But I could see maybe combining this with, say, some Greek yogurt or maybe some like vanilla-based casein protein powder to add some volume and some more protein count to it. Be really good. Be really good. I think I'll try that maybe in a full day of eating. We'll see if we can mix that in, see if the flavor is quite as strong. But this, okay, by itself, it tastes good. It's not loaded with protein, but I didn't say it was loaded with protein. It's a alternative spread, a gourmet spread, if you will. And in those terms, it's excellent. Absolutely. Is it anabolic? No. There's not a lot of protein in it. It's higher in calories, is what it is. If you want something that's good from a foodie, this is what you want. This is good. This cookies and cream version, I'm telling you, it tastes so good. I'm gonna try to think of ways to make it higher volume. I think the Greek yogurt somebody suggested on Instagram, great idea. Mixing it in with some casein protein powder, maybe stacking up a rice cake with this on top, giving it some flavor that's cookies and cream, be a great idea. When it comes to peanut butter and you put these two next to it, without a doubt in my mind, you gotta go with these. If you have self-control, Anabutter's a go. If you don't buy it. If you want more protein, buy Anabars. That's it. But it is getting to be about that time. I gotta get up out of here, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.